Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play series. I'm not in the little hiding spot I was in at the end of the last video. I noticed I had enough Grand Company seals with the fates I'd been doing in order to grab myself a level 30 weapon. So, decided to get that before going into the next dungeon. Also, I have this. Does this even have better stats? Who cares? It's a higher level. Just in case. People are going to be like, what's with the gear, man? Why don't you have better gear? Just gonna be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really could use some better gear. I've got a lot of these rings for no reason, but luckily, most of the stuff doesn't even matter at this level. It really doesn't. We have a silver ring too. No big deal. Alright, so we're gonna queue into the duty finder. We're gonna be doing Haukke Manor in this video. Queue should be pretty quick. It's a little early in the day, so it may take a little bit longer than instant, but it still shouldn't be so bad. Now, another thing that you can unlock at level 30 that I also went out of my way to do in between parts is if you go back to your Grand Company, this guy's red because it's a different quest. You can actually unlock the Wolf's Den. Wow, that was a pretty quick queue. You can unlock the Wolf's Den level 30. It's a 4 versus 4 PvP arena. Not a lot of people do it. The level 30 version, as a healer, my queue times might be alright. I might give it a shot in a later video. It's just that when you're only rank 1 in PvP, your queue times are usually pretty long because it tries to match you up with other people around your rank. Also, you just get stomped. If you're like under-geared, over-geared, doesn't matter. It's gonna be pretty bad. We're gonna skip this cutscene. I really like the music of this place also. So we are going to wait. Now, I noticed that I have more HP than my tank. I'm going to assume he's level 28, 29-ish. Because he doesn't have his job yet. So he's at least 28. I'm going to be a little bit careful with my healing at the start. Just because I see that. You know, it's nothing against him. It's just, that's my first indicator without looking at his gear. And you know how I said about it being a little rude? That's mostly because I'm live streaming. I mean, not live streaming, because I'm recording this. I don't want to, you know, put him on the spot kind of deal. And he's still got the little symbol next to his name, too. So, nope, we gotta go this way first. Yeah, he doesn't know the dungeon yet. So, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna watch him very closely to see how I'm gonna have to play. Oh. Well, that's a good start. He's already separating these from the rest of the enemies. We'll just have to make sure. Hopefully nobody else decides to want to aggro them. So that's off to a good start. Most tanks don't know that you can actually separate the... Oh my goodness, he is getting hit like a truck. Yeah, I'm going to have to be on a big-time cure duty here. He took like... He went from like 800 to like 500 in a second. So, I'm going to stick to mostly cure duties here. And I'm not 32 yet, so I don't have free cure. So, one big thing about healer, specifically conjure at this level, is once you get cure 2, a lot of healers will just spam cure 2 instead of making use of cure 1. Cure 2 is really you're like, oh crap, they're at like negative HP. I know, a little bit of an exaggeration. But it doesn't become your spam. You don't just start spamming it now because you have it. You know? You still want to try and use Cure 1 as often as possible, especially when people are at, you know, a high HP count. Like, see, I know that he has 953 HP, he's about 600 HP, so I just throw him a Cure 1. I'm not going to wait till he gets down to super low HP and then throw him a Cure 2. I don't know. I just rather do it like this. I'm going to try and help DPS a little bit. I'm going to follow him. Usually you want to go in that room, and I think we might have to go back and go into that room anyway. But the EXP in here is not so bad. Getting 1,000 EXP per enemy kill. These things don't really hit. I mean, they hit hard, but it's only one enemy, so I'm just going to do this real quick. And see? We're good to go. Oh, what the heck is... got poisoned, I guess. Wait, what the heck is happening to this guy? What's he... what are you doing? Did he just solo an enemy back here? Yes, he did. Because he wants to pick up the key. I just realized he just soloed an enemy back here. Alright. Well, that's why we need to go pick up the key. He got the key for us. I don't know if that unstealthed him. Yo, this guy's getting my commendation. He soloed the enemy. Is that how I got poisoned? I don't remember those things ever doing poisons. Yeah, so you're going to want to go in the little room and pick up the key. And now... Well, wait a minute. This door was already open. So what the heck was... I don't know what's going on anymore. Low-level dungeons. Always a good amount of fun. Just going to look around. Wait. Waiting for them to come back this way. I think what they were waiting to see is if we wanted to fight. This is good. I like the guy's initials. Go. Go. Oh, he was trying to be all sneaky. Didn't work. See, it's times like this where I wish I had regen, but I won't have it till level 35. Also, people are attacking different targets, which definitely doesn't help me all too much. Although I gotta say, this ninja does not take a lot of damage. It's making my job a little easier, actually, by taking some of the hits. Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting I changed my buttons. I just used like a Cure 2 on myself or something. Gotta get used to these new buttons. Gotta get used to them. There we go. That's why I put Cleric Stance next to my other abilities, so I would remember to DPS after I hit it. Carpet Stain. Yeah, we'll be alright. This will be an alright dungeon. This tank is, he's using, I think he's using Riot Blade to try and get MP back for the next pull. Or he was. Oh, this is only one enemy anyway. It's one of those pulls where I'm just going to be like, hey, Stone 2. Yeah. If you're a tank, you can shield bash these. As soon as you pull a Manor Maidservant, it always starts with that AoE attack. So if you're a tank with your stun, you can just use your stun on it right at the start when it's about to do that attack, and you should be all right. One thing with Haukke Manor is a lot of people skip the side rooms. There's a lot of optional side rooms that you have no need to go in. They have treasure coffers, but I know most people just skip them. It's just very common, so don't be surprised if the groups you're in just don't go in these rooms. It's very common. This is a pull that's not so bad. I can help DPS this pull pretty easily. As long as everyone's on the same target, I could technically be using Repose as well, but that hasn't been working out so well. So I'm gonna try and Repose the next few pulls. See if I can help mitigate some of the damage so I can do more DPS. It would definitely help, and because this tank is doing mostly right things. I mean, he gets hit really hard, but it doesn't change the fact that he is still playing his job. Like, one thing he did that I noticed that I very rarely see new tanks do is use Provoke correctly. Because Provoke, it's a lot of people who played Final Fantasy 11. Oh, and he hit level 32, so he's going to be ready to unlock Paladin soon. Nope. Don't remember where my buttons are. Alright, let's throw him 2 cures, and then I am going to sleep a few of these enemies. And then I can... See? Now there's barely... Now it's just a matter of what's probably going to happen here is people are going to attack different targets, so it's going to wake a bunch of them up. That's just what I'm guessing. Alright, we're good. See, we're getting used to the whole DPS thing. As a white mage, it's a whole lot different than when it's a scholar. Because when you're a scholar, you could just full-time cleric stance, and you only have to switch back when your fairy can't keep up with the healing. Here, I'm just like, yo. I could just use 1 cure 2 there, though. Because he's missing that much HP, I could just use 1 cure 2. This pull won't be that bad. We're going to have a few AoEs to dodge here, but these things don't hit all that hard. And we already killed most of the other enemies. Pretty good group in terms of dodging AoEs and handling the pulls. That pull was going to be risky, pretty much no matter what. He's going to need a Cure 2, because he is getting hit like a truck. I actually needed to use Cure 2 for the first time there. I think that's because that poison does so much damage. I'm trying to keep it off of him. And when I hit 30, man, I can't wait to hit level 32. I really want free cure. It just makes this so much easier. Oh, and they're following up with another AoE. They're both almost dead, though. Yeah, I was going to say, they're just going to die. Getting pretty decent. I mean, just remember, I have a 50% EXP bonus. So again, a lot of people skip side rooms. So what a lot of people will do is pull this Manor maidservant. This door on the left, this Ivy door, is actually... We can't go there till after the first boss. So, we're gonna kill the first boss, then run back this way to go down into the Ivy door. But over there, where those molds are, there's more treasure chests and doors down that way. It's gonna be up to your party to decide, hey, do we want to actually go down that way, or we just want to kill the boss? Most groups will just kill the boss. Very common. So, don't think it's weird if your tank doesn't want to go down that way. Most tanks don't. Most tanks don't want to go down that way. So don't be too surprised. So this boss just has a cleave attack. I'm just out of range of it. He shoots, you know, spells at a few people. Nothing major. Just move out of the way. Get some cures. You can actually stun this boss too, which can make him even easier. But I mean, like I said, the only thing you really have to worry about at this level is tanks are going to start getting hit a little bit harder. So as a healer, you really kind of got to watch their HP a little bit more. As you can see, I'm kind of doing right now. I'll DPS and then throw out a Cure 2. Just because, just remember, DPSing as a healer speeds up the fight, reduces the amount of damage your tank's going to take. So DPS as a healer is technically a form of mitigation. It's an ass-backwards way of doing mitigation, since you're mitigating damage by just making sure the enemy's not alive as long. But hey, what works, works, right? And the best thing is that this boss is quite easy. How much does my Cure 2 do? 560. I should have calculated that before I came in here, so I could better understand what kind of healing would be required and when. So, like, I know right now he's missing enough HP for Cure 2 to be worth it. Also, Presence of Mind, great ability. Should be using it, because it not only helps with... It not only helps with healing faster, it helps with DPSing faster as well. It's a cooldown on all fronts, and he's using his limit break, so we're good. He pulled aggro. I wonder if the tank was using Riot Blade too often. I wasn't paying attention too much. Oh, wow, that's a pretty nice drop for him to get, too. So now we need to pick up the key, which we already did, and now we walk back this way to open the Ivy door. Still don't have to go down that way. So there's a lot of different ways people do this part right here. And what'll happen most often is groups will just jump down to the bottom and pull everything. That's okay to do if you're ready for it, but that's a lot of enemies. The idea is usually, if you jump down, you're trying to skip those 3 enemies right there. Honestly, it's safer to just pull them, fight them like normal. So many groups, especially groups that have, like, an Arcanist or something, the pet will end up aggroing all the enemies, and it's a disaster. So it's safer, and it's, you know, still more EXP to just go out of your way to kill these few. These enemies are going to hit him a little harder than the last, so I gotta be a little bit more careful. Repose is definitely even more useful here. And it would be more useful if I'd use Cure 2 there instead of Cure 1. I really want to use Cure 1 and try and get free Cure procs. Oh, and also if I crit, it doesn't even matter. I think they just woke up the one that I slept anyway. It's going to happen a lot here. At least the tank got a nice boost in HP when he hit level 30. And he just got that new weapon. I'm assuming he took the time to equip it. Looks like he has it equipped. Really hoping I can get some decent drops here as well. I knew he was going to win that, so I didn't even bother rolling on it. But yeah, I'm going to try and do some reposes here at the start of this fight. I like this. I like this. He sees the last enemy is near dead, so he starts working his way to the next pull. I like that. I like the initiative, buddy. Alright. I'm just going to repose all 3 of them. And hope that that ends up being enough. Nope. People are waking them up. I just want it to be normal. People woke up. Oh, well, the corpse... Nope, they're all awake. Oh, you know what? He might be doing the thing you see me do on occasion on my tank, where I'll flash a couple of times and then I'll alternate through targets to try and, you know, keep doing damage and maintaining aggro on the AoE. Because as a paladin, your AoE threat until you get Circle of Scorn, there's no damage involved in it. It's just flash. So in order to help speed things up, you do a couple of flashes and you alternate between targets and hit them with your abilities in order to generate extra enmity. That's what he's doing. So he's doing the right thing. He's not like breaking in my sleeps and doing the wrong thing. No, he's doing the right thing. That's why if you are a class with a sleep, like Black Mage or White Mage, you want to communicate with your tank if you're going to be sleeping the enemies. Because if you are, they need to know. If you tell them, then they're not going to do that thing that I just mentioned, and it'll probably end up being better off for the group altogether. I'm not going to bother. He's doing good. I would like to be able to DPS a little bit more, but I'm not going to, you know, make him change the way he's playing. I'll adjust as opposed to asking him to adjust. It's just a personal choice. I would just rather have it that way, where, you know, I play a little bit differently. As a seasoned player, I feel I can do that a little bit easier. I don't want to greed those. Those are what, Dex? Yeah. I'll let the ninja. Oh, Carbuncle. Carbuncle got a little close. Yep. You are not gonna live, Carby. Carbuncle got a little too close. So, yeah. They'll probably resummon him after this fight. I would resummon him right now, because I know it takes like 8 seconds. It's a ton of MP. But Carbuncle is so much of your damage as an Arcanist. And it's going to be even more of his damage when he's a summoner. So, go over here. I would prefer him to do that, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to throw out a little bit more DPS as well. Help speed things up a little bit without the Carbuncle. Alright. Throw him a Cure 2, and we are good to go. Give me a crit, baby. Nope. Still, it's almost his whole HP bar. I do some pretty good damage at this level, especially because I think it was a good thing that I picked up that level 30 weapon. I think it ended up being a convenience just because I'm kind of going out of my way to do a few extra things. This dungeon I'm trying to, you know, play a little bit more more all around instead of just being like, oh, I hope I can DPS the whole time. Oh. That guy's got to be careful. He's so close to aggroing those guys right behind him. He needs to resummon Carbuncle still. There he goes. Now he's doing it. Alright. Yeah, he's going to want to pull all these. I'm going to try sleeping again. See if he does the thing that he was doing before. Alright, so he's going for the Attic Bat first. I am going to sleep both of those and throw out some DPS. I'm watching their HP bars. Okay, yep. I don't know what that... Oh, crap. Now he's going to need... some quick cures. You're alright. You're alright. I got your back. Was that really him? Because both of them woke up at the same time. I think that's something else triggering that. I don't know if it's... Oh, it's Emerald Carbuncle waking them up. Okay. My bad. I just realized Emerald Carbuncle's probably on automatic. He's probably just on, sick. So, he's using his AoE, and that's what's... Okay. It makes sense now. So, it wasn't the tank doing that thing. He's been doing everything as if I was sleeping. It's just Emerald Carbuncle's on automatic, so the AoE keeps waking people up. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So, the tank is doing everything right. He's seeing that I'm sleeping, and he's not rotating targets like that. Okay. Now that I understand the scenario, it's a little bit easier to work around. But the thing is that Carbuncle's probably going to do that attack every single fight. So, these sleeps aren't going to last very long. Also, he took a lot of damage there. He needs a Cure 2! Alright, that's right. It was all calculated. And he popped Convalescence. Popped all his cooldowns there. Yeah, that waking up is definitely... Also, he had 4 enemies on him. I thought he only had 3 enemies on him. Oh, the 410. So good. Alright, I think I can get a few more sleeps off. Go back to DPSing. It's gonna have diminishing returns, but it's whatever. I think he just went like, oh. I think he saw that close call there. Because I couldn't switch back. I was in cleric stance, and I couldn't switch back because he was because I had just done it, and then he started getting destroyed because there were still 2 enemies beating on him after I slept the 2, and then the 2 immediately got woken. So he was just like, oh, I could hear the nervousness, even though I couldn't actually hear him. I could like feel it. I could feel how nervous he was, dropping down to like 40 HP there. It's alright, we're fine. Is this the one with the key? Or is it the next one? It doesn't matter, we'll open them both. Yeah, this is the one we need. I mean, you can open that one if you want. I'm gonna open this one from a little. Yeah, those are gonna aggro as soon as we open them. Yep. Saw that one coming. It's alright. This tank's doing a good job. Despite the new player symbol, he's doing everything that a good tank would do. Okay, I just saw the AoE go out, so if I can get my sleeps off now, it would be perfect. Alright, let's try and get the reposes. There we go. So what's probably going to happen in the next 2 seconds is the tank's going to go to 1 target, and nope, they all got woken again. Yeah, well, like I said, yep, that is exactly what happened. They both went to 2 different targets. Oh, I know they didn't. But yes, they did. That's exact. It's happened like almost every pull so far, so I just expected it to happen. Oh man, I'm so close to free cure. I don't know if I'll get it by the end of this dungeon. I'm out of rested experience. I've got about 22,000 experience to go. That guy just leveled up. Nice. But I'm not. This isn't the duty roulette, so I'm not gonna get a bonus or anything. I'm just gonna go grab the key. So this key allows us to get to the second boss, which is right back where we started. We're walking in a giant rectangle. I was gonna say circle, and then I remembered it is indeed a rectangle. So I don't know if they want to kill the enemies in that door. I'm gonna open it, see what they want to do. Okay, they just want to go ahead. So this next boss is 2 enemies. I recommend taking out the Jester first. It doesn't really matter at all, but I prefer taking out the Jester first. So in other words, what I'm saying is it doesn't matter at all. Don't worry about it. I'm going to see if you can sleep him. No, didn't think so. I didn't think so. And these enemies, because there's 2 of them, they do hit pretty hard. There's a trick you can do here as a tank to avoid all damage from the Jester. I don't remember if I've shown this in an earlier part, where you can dodge all damage of, like, caster. Uh-oh. That guy's going to get hit. Oh. That did a lot of damage. I really wish I had free cure now. Free cure would be great. The steward's taking a very long time to die, too. So I'm going to help out a little bit. Throw a couple of cast off, then switch back, cure 2. And everything is good to go. Everything is good to go. Alright, good. Nobody got hit by that one. Uh-oh. He's on me now. It's alright. I actually don't mind that, because you want to see what I'm going to... Oh, nope, there we go. I want to see what I'm going to... Nope. See, he's using Provoke correctly, too. So that was one point I was trying to make before. Provoke isn't like it is in Final Fantasy XI, where it just gives you a spike in aggro, in enmity. What it actually does here is... Oh, he's going to get hit by that one. Nope, he didn't get hit by it. I'm actually surprised. I pre-casted the cure in expectation that he would get hit by it, but that's not what happened. So, yeah, it doesn't give you a spike in enmity. What it does here is it takes the person with the highest enmity, and it matches them and adds 1 to that. So you're literally 1 above the person who has aggro. So what a lot of people actually... Why did I cast Cure 2 there? So what I see a lot of people do, people will use Provoke regularly in their, like, tanking rotation, and there's no point in doing that. It doesn't actually help you, you know, generate aggro unless you're constantly losing aggro. Then I would say it helps. Oh wow, steal Sabatons. I'm gonna greed them just in case there's some chance. Okay, so yeah, just you use Provoke. It's mostly for like tank swaps and stuff. So what you want to do here is you want to hit return, and that'll take you to the start of the dungeon, which is actually where you need to go for the last boss of Haukke Manor. So everybody returns. It takes you back to the entrance, and then you just walk right up the stairs. And that's where the next enemy is going to be. Let me make sure everybody's doing that. This tank might not know. I don't think I've seen him cast it. which is kind of what I'm waiting on. I don't think he knows to do it. I'm going to type it out real quick. There we go. Can you use your turn to get back to the entrance? Yeah, there's usually, when you do this dungeon, there's usually that one person that doesn't know you can do that. And you just have to explain it real quick. Always just be willing to quickly explain, hey, if you do this, it's a little easier. Also, I'm going to re-protect everyone. This next boss can either be, like, really, 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 really easy, or it can be a pain in the ass. It depends. Nice, I got a nice upgrade right there. That lightning resistance, though, and I almost walked face first into that attack. So, there's a little trick here that tanks should really try to make use of. It doesn't work so well towards the end of the fight, but at the beginning of the fight, it helps mitigate a lot of damage. When you start seeing this next boss cast Thunder 3 or Fire 3, you can actually walk through them. And I'm actually going to tell that guy. Yeah. I was just letting him know, for this boss, when she starts casting Fire Thunder 3, you can actually avoid them by getting behind. A lot of times, I'll tell people to walk through her, and that's a little bit more confusing, because walking through her is how you would get behind her. But instead, I'll tell him, just if he sees her casting those abilities, just make sure he's behind her. And he doesn't have to do it. I can heal through it. It doesn't matter. It's just, it mitigates so much damage. So, we'll see what happens here at the start. This boss actually does hit fairly hard. Well, that's the right... Whoops, what the heck am I doing? I was trying to find the, Well, now I just confused the hell out of myself. Well, because I want to be ready for if she casts it, but Yep. See? Wow, yeah, he did it. Perfect. Great. And now he's seen that, and he understands how it works, you know? Well, he probably doesn't understand entirely how it works. But it's such a good thing to know, and it's so useful at some points. So another thing about this boss are these lamps. Big thing about them is damage interrupts your ability to turn them off. So usually the tank isn't able to get them unless he uses a stun. But this guy's doing really well. Like, that's a tip that so many tanks aren't really able to utilize when they're, new to the game. So I'm really glad this guy, understood it and is making use of it. It's just a really good skill to have. And it's always, I always appreciate. Now, see, here's where it gets a little bit harder to do because of these candles. Now, I should have probably explained to him that these things just go after whoever's turning off lamps. As you can see, it just switched to target me. But this is where, I don't really blame him if he gets hit by them, because it is pretty hard to start as a new tank focusing on all the different enemies that spawn here, especially because I didn't take the time to tell him that these candles go after the people that turn off the lamps. If I had gone out of my way to tell him that, then he would probably be doing a lot better. Now, I wonder, can I repose these things? And especially here, because these handmaidens, they cast Void Fire. As you can see, it hurts a lot. Now, I am a healer that's able to really handle all the extra damage coming out. But I know a lot of healers just start panic healing right here. I'm just, noticing, hey, it's going to be a Void Fire 3 on me. I'm going to have to Cure 2. I just get ready to use Cure 2 a lot more here. And especially on myself, because I'm seeing that, I have aggro on most of them when they first spawn. But other than that, yeah, we just, that was a pretty easy boss. Tank did a good job with learning that mechanic. He didn't dodge it right there, but that's fine. It looked like he wanted to. He just looked like he decided not to. Oof, that's going to hurt. Yeah, I had to use a lot more Cure 2s here than I had wanted. Also, I can't Asuna that, so I'm just going to leave him like that. But, yeah, overall, good party. New tank did a very good job. Everybody else did a good job. So that was a good dungeon. Just gonna help kill the boss real quick. Think I got the killing blow there. Don't think I get leveled up though. I got 6,000 experience points for first time completion. Wow, pretty close though. And the loot is oh wow, shield. Wow, that guy got decked out of this dungeon. How come I never get that lucky? This guy with the stunt he pulled, that was impressive. It is for most most impressive member. And he said that was probably the smoothest run of Haukke I've ever had. Thanks, guys. That's what the Go guy said. And I'm just gonna bow, say take care, and exit. Congrats to that guy. I'm assuming he won the shield. He got boots. He got a weapon. He got a shield. Really nice as a new player to get all that loot. It feels really good to get all that loot. And now there's going to be another cutscene for me to skip. And, well, that's it. We're done. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll do another Let's level. Not really sure what I want to do now. Level 31, got a lot of main story to go before I get to Brayflock's long stop. So I don't know if I'll level my tank and do Haukke again, or level my tank, get ready for Brayflock's, because that's a really, really big one. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care.